The
I think that's
minions
great.
of the horror world.
Actually, correct. And then the whole Furby thing too.
Oh,
my
yeah,
gosh.
like if
man.
minions fucked Furbies, you would get Gremlins.
You would get a gremlin. Yes.
Wow.
Hello. Do you want to play a game?
What's your favorite scary movie?
Be afraid. Be very afraid. See dead people.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Here's Johnny.
The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you!
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Welcome to Talking Horror with Jamie and Nikisha.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
And I'm Nikisha, and this is Talking Horror with Jamie,
And Nikisha.
where we share our love for all things scary and talk horror through the lens of human behavior. Well, welcome everyone.
Welcome. Pew, 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 pew. Or should we say jingle bells?
I literally was gonna sing Jingle Bells. Oh my god, same brain.
Jingle, jingle.
Because what? Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
I don't have any.
Merry Christmas,
All I have is horror
Christmas.
things, but
Yeah.
the little skeleton is gonna say Merry Christmas to you on the YouTubes if you're watching us from wherever.
Mr.
Amazing.
Skellington.
Mr. Skellington. And because it is Christmas, even though we're still a horror movie podcast, there's a plethora of Christmas horror movies. And today we are talking about the 1984 black comedy horror film Gremlins.
You know, there's some things I forgot to tell you guys, and they're really important. Number one, he hates bright lights. We know that. But you got to keep him out of the sunlight. Sunlight will kill him. Number two, keep him away from water. Don't give him any water to drink. And whatever you do, don't give him a bath. And probably the most important thing, don't ever feed him after midnight.
Yes.
That's my impression of a gremlin.
The
that's
minions
great.
of the horror world.
Actually, correct. And then the whole Furby thing too.
Oh,
my
yeah,
gosh.
like if minions fucked Furbies, you would get Gremlins.
You would get a gremlin. Yes.
Wow.
But
That
also
is a weird like math equation that you just presented that really hurts my brain in the worst way.
absolutely. But I also, a side note, bring up Furbies because y'all probably knew this, but in my research of this episode, I just found this out. They absolutely ripped off the Gremlins to make the Furbies, and the people who made Furbies had to pay off Warner Brothers to continue selling Furbies.
Oh,
the
really?
more you know. Yes. Like,
The
they
more
ripped
you know.
off
Oh, damn.
Gremlins
I
to
did
make
not know
Furbies.
that. That's really
No, I didn't
funny.
realize that.
Yeah. But that's all I could think about watching this. I mean, we'll get into it, but I
Sure.
was like,
Mhm.
Furby? Much? Amazing. Well, Gremlins was directed by Joe Dante. Directed by Joe Dante
Yep.
and written by Chris Columbus. It stars Zach Gallahan, Phoebe Cates, Hoyt Axton, Polly Holliday, and Frances Lee McCain. Heavy spoilers if you have not seen the first Gremlins. It actually is streaming right now on Max and Hulu, whichever one that you
Mhm.
get. So watch it, refresh your memory, come back and listen to us. And Jamie, please hit us with, I think, just a couple of trigger warnings, maybe just one or two.
I mean, the ones that are like they're just so deeply aggressive. Even if there aren't like a ton. Just gonna put it out there. Racism and references to death by suicide, or just like
Mhm.
also just death in awful ways referenced, and like I mean, people are getting attacked left and right. And yeah, it's bad.
It's bad.
Also, again, puppets. If you don't like puppets, this movie
Yes.
is going to be freaky deaky. Just a lot of mayhem. Just loads of mayhem. I also really, I can't remember the word. Misophonia, I think, where you get like activated by like chewing mouth sounds. When the
Mhm.
gremlins are like chewing and like eating, they make a lot of those like really gross, like mouthy sounds that are really
Yes.
unsettling. So throwing that out there. I remember it specifically when they're eating like the chicken and like they just
Oh, in the box.
it's like a really
yeah.
gross sound.
Mhm.
Man.
So yeah, for all you misophonia folks out there, be warned.
That's Jar Jar Binks' favorite phobia.
Ah, got it.
I when you first said it, all I heard was Misa, and I thought, like, in my head automatically went to Jar Jar Binks.
Jamie's not having it.
You can't take the Star Wars fanboy out of anyone.
No, I'm not a Star Wars fanboy. I just love Heretic and Hugh Grant's Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, got it.
I forgot about that.
Okay.
Oh
Yes,
my
yes.
God! Spoilers for Heretic.
Yeah, he doesn't. That was not on my bingo card for last year.
No, not at all. Wow.
Oh my God!
Great.
Wow.
Is that about all of them? The trigger?
I'm trying to remember if they like do anything else. Like there's like, it's just a lot of mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's like mild references to blood, like very, very, very mild. Like when the science teacher like is attacked by the big bad gremlin.
Mm-hmm.
The big bad. That movie's it's a trip. We should talk about it.
We should.
We should. But first, producer Brian is going to give us a couple of words.
Sure. Hi, everybody. Hi, YouTube. I am producer Brian. And just a reminder that for Christmas, our gift should be you making sure that you are following us on all social media at Talk Horror Pod. That is where you should follow us on TikTok and on Instagram. Merry Christmas to us because you followed us. Also, if you want to get us 2 gifts, we would love for you to be able to review us wherever you are listening to us, whether it is a YouTube subscription or a YouTube comment. If you're on Spotify, you can follow our channel, or of course you can write a little comment or review us on Apple Podcasts. Ooh, I am tired. I was chasing around a 1.5-year-old all day.
Yes.
You can write a review for us, a 5-star review on Apple. It really helps with the algorithm and our ego. So it's very, very nice. For instance, we had a really nice comment on our YouTube. Xenogray13 said, "Whenever I see a movie I haven't seen, I always come to see if y'all reviewed it 100."
Yay.
That was an awesome comment.
I'm honored.
That was on our Terrified episode. So people are going back and watching the older ones, and we really appreciate it. We've got hundreds of episodes, actually.
We do.
Yes. So make sure to listen to any of the ones that you may want to catch up on. But yeah, Merry Christmas, and make sure to follow us and write a review and all that fun stuff. This year we are very thankful for you, our listeners, our watchers, our likers. We don't do this. We do this for us because we like doing it. But we're glad that people listen to it and watch it, and we really appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Yes, fantastic. I'm trying to throw up the other heart. Is it this one? Oops. Is it right?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, bad podcast content, but I'm throwing up the
we're
and then there's also this one.
Yes, that I do. I think that this one is cute. The one with the thumb and the first finger.
Forefinger.
That's like a shorthand, and I appreciate that.
I appreciate
But then
that.
there's the middle finger and pointer fingers.
Yeah. That one is nuts.
We're cool. We're fly. We're hip.
Oh my god.
That one just seems so much harder to do. It
is.
I feel like my fingers will get cramps.
Right. It's like all I can do is what? Here's the church. Here's the steeple. That's
open it up and see the people. Diet Coke and Pepsi too. Something like that. Like open the freezer. There's a Pepsi inside. Right? No.
Are you sure you're not
maybe
just
I'm
saying
wrong.
a Pepsi ad?
Maybe.
We're not sponsored. We promise.
Yeah, not sponsored. Pepsi, give us a call. That's fine. Cool. All right.
Fantastic. Well, I do want to ask, just to get into the Christmas spirit, what do you have a favorite Christmas horror movie that you, maybe even if you don't watch it every year, but like you think fondly of?
Does Home Alone count as horror?
It could.
That's a good question.
And I only asked that because that just kind of leads into what we've watched. And I watched It's a Wonderful Knife for the first time.
Oh yeah,
Enjoyed it thoroughly. But then that really put me in the spirit of like, now I want to watch Black Christmas, the OG and the remake, and I want to watch, you know, get ready for Silent Night, Deadly Night, or whatever, and all those things. There was also a random like B-C movie called Christmas Bloody Christmas that's on Shudder.
Oh yeah,
absolutely enjoyed. It was very gritty, grimy. Reminded me of oh god, I Saw the TV Glow vibes as far as sound.
Yeah, that's what
aesthetic.
I heard. Someone TikTok reviewed it, and that was one of their, just like aesthetic wise, it felt like that, and so that interested me greatly.
It's so, I was not expecting it to be as good as it was, and the only reason that got me was because it. I mean, don't expect a lot out of it, but I wasn't expecting anything. Because the premise was just a mechanical Santa starts slashing people, and so I'm like, oh, slaying, yes, well, slaying and slashing, so yes, all the people. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll watch it. But then the vibe got me instantly. It looks like it's shot on like 30mm camera, like it's cool.
Nice. All right.
Yes. And then the last thing I will say, if you haven't watched the Boulette Brothers, I think that's how you pronounce their name, Holiday Horrors, with David Desmalchian, it was a very cute like anthology horror. But what the best one is there was a puppet one at the end. It's like all felt puppetry, and it's bloody and disgusting for no reason, and it just makes it so good that it's like puppets and all that. But all that to say, have you thought about what your favorite Christmas horror movie is? I've given you time.
Yeah, I've got a couple that, and they're more recent actually. We've covered both of them on this podcast. I really like Violent Night.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
it was a really fun time.
Yeah, and the cast is good. David Harbour is excellent. They're making a sequel, I believe.
Are they?
Yes. Yeah, like I just dug it. I thought it was fun and clever, and just like didn't stop. You know what I mean? Like it didn't pull any punches. Then I complain about it when we watch it, but I really like Anna and the Apocalypse.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's very endearing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I really like those two. You know, I don't really care about like a Black Christmas is fine. Like the original one, it's good. I enjoy it. I don't even know if I've seen any of the other Black Christmases.
I thought we did. I thought we watched both of them.
No, I haven't seen them. I definitely have not.
Yeah.
I guess I made it up.
Yeah, that's what's coming to the top of my head. Obviously, I've never seen Terrifier 3. I've never seen any of the Terrifier movies. You know, I'm like, I do like. Oh, here's another great one, The Lodge.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a great movie. Period.
Yeah,
it's just a great movie.
Yeah.
Insane.
Silent Night is. I'm just naming. These are my favorites. I'm just like naming other like hidden gems or whatever it is. But like, yeah, I would say those three are probably top for me. The Lodge, Violent Night, and the Apocalypse. I think.
Nice. What about you, Jamie?
I feel like the same. Like to be totally honest, like watching horror movies all year round, I'm not like watching themed ones based on like holidays. I'm just watching more horror. So I can't even think of like specific Christmas horror movies that I save for this time of the year. Oh, here's a question. Is Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas or a Halloween movie?
Christmas.
I would say Christmas too. The whole premise is like, even though it's set in their Halloween whatever, the action and the conflict have to deal with Christmas. So I think that's a Christmas movie.
Absolutely a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
So maybe that one.
Agree. Yeah.
That's a good one.
That is that's a great one. You
Yeah.
know what? It just speaking on holiday themes, and then we're going to get into this wonderful plot summary. I have now, I think mostly because of this podcast, I actually do seek out holiday themed horror movies, especially
Sure. Oh.
because Hulu will have originals of random
Yes.
ass
Oh,
holiday
yeah.
horror
Uh-huh.
stuff.
What is it called? It has like a name, the like anthology, the like pseudo anthology that they did
Yeah.
all of the holidays for.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I don't
forget.
remember,
Yes,
but
it has something.
After Dark or something.
maybe I don't
Maybe.
even remember, but
I can't remember.
But it does, yeah. So I think that just kind of led me because there was like there's some Thanksgiving ones like Pilgrim or whatever, and
Yeah,
there and then like one 4th of July, I randomly watched some 4th of July horror movie, but I don't know, it's just very
I think they
entertaining.
have a New Year's one.
Yeah,
They do have a
Arbor
New Year's
Day.
one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Arbor Day.
Yeah. Oh, but outside of that, we rewatched Greenland, the disaster movie, because the new one
Yes.
comes out in January. I can't fucking wait. I love that's a great disaster movie.
Brian loves disaster movies. He
Yes.
loves disaster movies and animal attack movies.
Yes.
Fair.
We
a good
watched
combo.
The Day After Tomorrow,
Yeah.
which I forgot to log. I have to do that.
Wow.
We watched Gremlins. We rewatched one of the great horror films of our time, Malignant.
Yes. Yes.
I love
It's
that
so
movie so
good.
much. I just like
I need to rewatch it.
yeah. Holds up.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Then I watched We Bury the Dead. It comes out in January. I would highly suggest people watch it. It was just a different, unique take on the zombie apocalypse movie. Like truly something I'd never seen before, and it was really fascinating the way that they kind of narratively did that. And then disaster movies, which I consider somewhat horror movies. We literally finished Volcano before we jumped on this call.
Oh
They're
my
great movies
God.
like put on the background while we're, just, hanging. But yeah, Volcano. And next up, probably like Dante's Peak.
Never seen
something
it.
like that. Yeah,
Neither.
Dante's Peak. The original Poseidon Adventure, or even the remake of it is pretty good.
I've never seen like Apollo 13 or like
Me either.
those kinds of
Oh,
save
like
the world because
Yeah.
a meteor's coming to destroy it kind of movie. I
like
feel there's,
Armageddon.
yeah, I haven't seen that either.
Or
You've never
Independence
seen
Day?
Armageddon?
No, I've seen Independence Day. That's
Okay,
that
good.
one I have seen.
Oh shit! Armageddon's the next one we're definitely going to watch. Yeah.
I love this.
Also, Apollo 13 is not about saving the world. It's about saving those
Whatever.
guys.
I'm just
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
grouping all of them together. at the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
time.
yeah. Okay.
I don't
Anyway,
think anyone would be mad at you for that, but yes.
No.
Okay.
but that's a Tom Hanks
Sorry,
movie.
everyone
You need to-
listening. I'm sure there's a difference, but these are not. Like I said, I'm just watching horror movies all year round. So like
Yeah.
all other movies, who knows? That's why we have to
Uh,
start our Tom Hanks podcast.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
I'm obsessed.
Yeah,
I
we've
haven't
been,
seen
working-
like any like I've seen very few Tom Hanks movies.
Yeah, but before I learned of this, she had seen way less. We've watched a couple
Yes.
since then.
Since then, yes.
a
Okay.
couple.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Not that
Like-
many.
Yeah, and I mean, we also watched one without sound. We watched Big. Big was Big was.
love
We were
Big.
sitting at a bar,
No.
and
Uh-huh.
Big
Big
was
is a
on the
weird-
TV,
weird
muted,
movie.
and we watched it. I was explaining what was happening. When you explain what happens in Big instead of enjoying it and watching it, it's
Awful.
Weird.
fucked. It's fucked.
It's weird. It's
Awful.
weird. It's weird. I feel like even if I could hear what they were saying, it's still
Yeah.
weird.
Like she
It's still
kisses him
super
at the
weird.
end and like says like look me up in a couple years. I'm
Gross.
just like
Gross.
that's fucking disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, yeah.
But watching
But
it
it's
for the,
but he's charming.
he's
it's a good
charming.
performance. Yeah, it's
It
a good
is.
performance.
And iconic moments with the piano that he's
Right.
playing in the toy store and
Yeah.
anyway. Start that podcast.
Nope,
I'll
it's
listen
creepy.
to it. I'll
Yeah,
subscribe.
T.
creepy.
Hanks for the memories.
Actually, that's genius. Can y'all do that, please?
we
Copyright
could.
it
We
right
definitely could. Yeah, yeah.
Copyright,
T.
Yeah.
Hanks
copyright,
for the
copyright. You can't
memories.
steal it.
Trademark.
We gotta watch Castaway. Oh well, you said Apollo 13. We can do Apollo 13 next. That's a good one. That's a great one.
Obsessed.
Cool.
Okay,
All right.
great. Well, let's get into Gremlins because that's why you all are here. And
Grimmy.
we're going to, let's get Grimmy. Plot summary. with producer Brian. Jamie is going to give him 2 minutes to give us the entire plot to Gremlins, which I don't think will be hard at all.
No.
What's the plot?
No, I don't think so either.
No, probably not. Where's my
No.
camera? Not my camera, my clock. Oh,
Not my
no.
camera.
I thought you
Okay.
were saying that to be funny. Oh,
No.
looking for it.
All right, Bri. There are 2 minutes on the clock for you to get grummy with it. Are you ready?
No. Yeah.
Ready, steady, go.
Okay, so this guy buys a gremlin from someone in Chinatown. It's deeply racist and horrible. And then he brings it home to his son, and there are 3 rules. Rule number 1, keep them out of the light because the light will hurt them. Rule number 2, don't get them wet. And rule number 3, don't feed them after midnight, which are all very vague rules. So I think that's horseshit. We'll get into that. But this gremlin he has, name is Gizmo. He's adorable. He's a fun little pet. He's starting to, and then the main character, the boy. I'll just call him the boy.
Yes.
He's kind of hitting on the next door neighbor, or the Phoebe Cates character, and they're starting a relationship, and he's got this little gremlin, and he gets the gremlin wet, and the gremlin starts to multiply because that's what happens. But then he feeds them after midnight because they tricked him and they cut the wires to his clock, and then they all turn into Mogwai or whatever it is, and there's a leader with a mohawk. And they essentially start to like torture. They're like the monkeys from Jumanji. They're just like all over everywhere. And they're causing havoc in this town over Christmas. And then finally, they defeat all of them, and they have to give back Gizmo to the Chinese man. And they say goodbye, and it's actually pretty fucking sad. Because they bonded, and that's the end of the movie. And then also in the movie is the famous Phoebe Cates monologue about how she hates Christmas because her dad died in the chimney on Christmas pretending to be Santa. The end.
And that's the plot.
The end.
Ooh, what a
Amazing
wild
work.
monologue.
And just so out of nowhere. Okay. This
For the record, I almost put that in my book for my comedy monologue, like when I was auditioning for stuff. It's a good monologue.
It is a good monologue, but wow, that's
I never did it. I never did it, but I was considering.
Like, don't worry, I didn't do it.
I didn't do
Right.
it.
I just would want to know how it would have been received. Like, I just want to be
because it feels like it's from a play. It has that
Yes.
like play, like this is the tragic backstory reveal.
Sure.
It's a little bit funny and dark, but yeah, I ended up just doing stuff from plays. But that's a good one, right?
Man. I'll have to revisit it. I think I just blocked it out of my brain because it was so intense.
Sure.
Okay, so let's get into our first segment, trick or treat, where we let you know right off the top, was this a treat, we loved it, or we don't know how I feel about it, or trick, wasn't our cup of tea.
Trick. Treat.
Producer Brian, trick or a treat?
You know, I think I'm gonna go with trick. No. I'm gonna go with treat. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Wow, my brain. I just short circuited. Another 80s film. I'm gonna go with treat, and I'll explain why when we get more into it.
All right, Jamie.
I think it's like a treat.
And I agree. Or treat for me. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty details with likes and gripes.
And now our likes and gripes.
Brian, how about you go first and let us know your relationship with this movie if you have seen it before or have any nostalgia for it.
Sure, I've seen it before. I have no nostalgia for it.
Okay.
I have never seen the second one, and they're coming out with the third one. And just fun fact, this movie is one of the reasons why the PG-13
Exists.
rating exists.
Mm-hmm.
This and Temple of Doom, both Spielberg,
And Poltergeist.
all Spielberg, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's just start with I want to start with the gripes on this one.
Yeah.
The gripes on this one is the Chinese man and all of the deeply racist, like Orient stuff, if you will.
Yes.
Just like gross, awful. Also, a lot of horror movies have this shit. Like the beginning of Hellraiser, they go to Chinatown and like buy the box and stuff like that. Like it's there's another, I forget. At least from in Child's Play, she like buys it from like a homeless man behind
the toy,
whatever.
yeah.
It's so
On
stupid.
on like the back alley.
Right.
Yeah. So there's that. All that is just like, that sucks. That's like very 80s, super stupid, sucks. There were some other lines in there, like, I hate Christmas. What are you, Hindu? Like that one.
So fucking random.
Yeah. So like there's that. And then there are like some off-color 80s jokes in there and things like that. So that those are my real gripes with this movie. Like just like that, like the yucky stuff that probably we'd hope does not happen today in movies like that.
Yeah, it's very
like,
of the time. Yeah.
Yes, like totally. Not an excuse, but
No.
a reason for it. Yeah.
But that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just, those are my major gripes with this thing. I also so my likes. I think that the puppeteering is amazing.
Spectacular.
Really good. It's just kind of like, this backs up this was 1984. This backs up the theory that like if you did puppets and shit today, like probably I don't know the cost of everything, but like, man, it just makes such a difference in the movie. Like if you could like do the puppets and then touch it up with CG, like that's fine, but like it really makes a huge difference. They're so good. And they're just like really fun to watch. I find horror comedies really interesting because I feel like there are 2, maybe 3 types of horror comedies. There is the horror comedy that genuinely is trying to make you laugh. That is Deadstream or Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Like they are genuinely trying to make you giggle and laugh. Then there are horror movies that aren't scary and like just call themselves horror comedies because they're just like trying to be more lighthearted. They're more like lighthearted horror romps than they are actually funny.
Yeah.
Then the third one is kind of like the black comedy, if you will, the horror black comedy, which I feel like a lot more things fall into, like and some things teeter on a comedy and black comedy. So like you have like Werewolves Within, like it's funny in places, but like it's more like enjoyable and like a dark comedy. So this one to me is more like black comedy, which and it has some very laugh out loud moments. I genuinely laughed when the tree fell on her and she was trying to get out of it. A lot of the gremlin stuff is actually quite charming and funny and like all of that. So that's to say, the reason why this kind of falls into a treat for me is because I don't like 80s horror comedies all the time. They aren't funny to me. They just do stuff that I just roll my eyes and I just can't get behind it. The special effects are stupid. I have no nostalgia for it. But this one kind of checks a lot of positive boxes for me. And maybe that I've seen this. This is probably my 3rd time seeing it, but like I have no nostalgia for this movie. And
can I ask about just like 80s horror comedies? Do you feel like, because we're talking about this is a movie with a certain inherent culture of the 80s, within the movie. So do you feel like the reason why some 80s comedies are not funny, it's because mostly their jokes are like racist jokes or misogynistic jokes? Like, because I think about like,
that's a big part of it.
The not Breakfast at Tiffany's. Well, yeah, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yes,
but not in the 80s. Breakfast Club, thank you, or like 16 Candles, or like that kind of comedy, but it's at the expense of like minorities or whatever the case.
Yeah, yes, I would argue that those movies at least have some sort of a genuine heart underneath all of it, which is why they last. But piled on top of that is the Long Dong Duck and like the truly like awful racist misogynist bullshit. And that doesn't excuse that stuff, but I understand why those like are lasting, if you will. But I don't know, they just don't hit me in honestly. Like, I don't think Ghostbusters is funny. Like, people like Ghostbusters is an enjoyable movie, and that's considered like a horror comedy or a horror black comedy, like whatever you want to consider. But like, I don't find that funny. I don't think. I've gone on record saying like I don't think that Bill Murray is funny.
In
movies, I don't. His 80s movies, I don't find
Attack
funny.
Brian.
Yeah, I like other people in those movies, like everyone else, like John Candy and stuff in Stripes. Funny, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think Venkman is funny in those movies. Like, we're getting deep into the weeds, and I'll stop here because this is not part of like that. Like, I just think that the man child of the 80s character is not as, I think, is more grotesque and of a time than like Adam Sandler or like Seth Rogen type of man child movies. I don't, and again, I think that also has to do with like when we grew up and what we lived through and we enjoyed and stuff like that. I have no nostalgia for 80s movies, and I will say 90% of horror movies that I don't have nostalgia for from the 80s I don't enjoy, which is why this one was a surprise that it actually held up and was enjoyable for me, probably because of the effects and fun that it was having with it. So and that Father Santa Claus monologue is just an all-timer, out of the park. They wanted to cut that from the movie because because the producers were like, this isn't funny, this is sad, like it's very confusing. And Joe Dante was like, yeah, that's the fucking point. Like, that's the thesis of the movie. Is this scary? Is this funny? Like, what the fuck is happening? And I think that's why that monologue kind of pops, because it kind of, in a microcosm, is this movie emotionally and tonally. So that's why I kind of enjoyed this. It was just a really fun hour and a half, whatever, if you take out the deeply racist stuff. The other thing I just want to talk about before I give up my time, concede my time. I mean, I know that this is the point above the movie a little bit, but those rules are bullshit.
Let's talk about it.
Here's
Let's
why.
talk about it.
Keep them out of the light. Just light?
Light?
Like, is it the sun? Is it just like not being in the shadows? Like, what are we doing here? Can we be a little bit more specific? Like sunlight and shit like that? Like, come on. 1. 2, don't get them wet. Okay, it's fucking snowing out. They had to walk through snow to get places. Snow is water, and if their reptile skin is, I know they're cold-blooded, but if they're just like a little bit warm enough, that shit's gonna melt on them immediately, and they're gonna like multiply again. Like, don't is it only tap water? Like, come on, people. Like, is it the fluoride in the tap water? Because then like that's all totally, like, then they can't have toothpaste either. Like, that's like a whole different thing. And my least favorite rule, no feeding after midnight.
That's
until
my least
when
too. Every time I think about that, I need a time,
because we always eat after midnight, no matter what. The second you are born, the first time that it hits midnight, you're always eating after midnight.
Yes.
Like, be more
Wow.
specific. Like, you can't eat between midnight and 6 a.m. Then they can have
That's
breakfast
deep.
at 6:01. And also time zones.
And
They don't,
time
like,
zones.
Like, can you feed them differently in Pacific Standard Time than you can in Eastern Time? Like,
That's real.
that's real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are there regional ones? Is it just about, like, like, I don't know. Like, if that gremlin was from China, their eating habits are totally different.
They are.
Anyway,
And how does their body know? The
how does
change
their
of
body
the time.
know? Is it about sleep? Like
Yeah.
should they be in bed by 12, not in light and away from water, and then they can't? I don't know. The rules really bother me in these movies. Recognizing that they're vague. They're vague. They are. But this movie doesn't play with that. That's an opportunity. Like, what do you mean don't get them wet? Or, like, not after midnight. Like, when can I feed? I don't know. And then, like, oh, so you can't feed them at night, obviously, when they're up or not even up. Like also, how do they have a circadian rhythm if they can't be in light? Anyway, the rules are bullshit.
That is great.
Sorry, Chris Columbus. Fucking just stick to the Mrs. Doubtfires and Home Alones of the world, bro.
Yeah.
Why don't you
Yeah.
just direct the first 2 Harry Potter movies? The rules in this one are horseshit. Thank you. That has been Rules Are Horseshit with Brian.
Yes.
Wow.
Which is so funny because I'll piggyback off of that. My first thing was like, oh, we love rules because there are rules that are listed with the thing.
Yeah.
But I absolutely agree. I especially get mad at the third one of eating after midnight because when do you know that it's okay for them to eat? So
Valid.
that definitely, but because this movie is so silly, I guess they're like, well, we don't need to be super specific with this because that's not the type of movie that this is, which fine.
But that's the type of people we are.
Exactly. We would like some clarity, okay? So because we would have taken great care of Gizmo and not let him.
Oh yeah,
sweet Gizmo.
Sweet Gizmo. That
was
my
very
next thing.
sad at the end.
I mean, that is the cutest, and however they made his puppetry and all of the different facial expressions. Like the one that stands out to me was just so cute when they're watching, I think, the Invasion of the Body Snatchers or whatever horror movie they're watching on in the main character's bedroom, and Gizmo was like reacting to it and afraid, but it's just so cute. I love it so much. I think the dog is adorable in this. I'm like, I want more of the dog running around and biting the bad people. Like that's I want that. We already said the design is just great. What though, I will say a gripe to me, I hated the main character. I thought that he was just walking around like, I don't know, why did this happen? What's going on? And I'm just like, you're too old for this. You're not like that little kid who was wearing the Christmas tree outfit, that was hilarious when the little kid was so uninterested in Gizmo after like 5 seconds and was like, all right, I'm going to do my other things.
Like, that's Corey Feldman.
Oh, that's who. Got it. Yes. I was like, I don't know. Who's that? I didn't realize that was him.
Who's that kiddo?
Nice. Who is that kid?
Oh,
but
something else I just want to point. I want to say this out loud before I forget it.
Yes.
Science teachers in horror movies and sci-fi movies are always fucking like geniuses.
Scientists, full-blown scientists doing experiments.
And Stranger Things like makes fun of that to the nth degree, but it's in like
I kind of like that trope.
Me too.
It's really
like,
funny.
Like Jon Stewart in The Faculty. There's like a million.
Let me just take a sample of this. Like, what are you doing with this?
What are we talking about?
They know
you
everything.
Teach like gravity.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, what grade are you teaching? But also, I know as a teacher, you're too tired to want to experiment and do anything else. So
like,
you're not.
Bitch, are you
at
Tony
school.
Stark? Like, what the fuck is happening here?
What is happening? Also, he is I know him as Colonel Taylor from A Different World, so that's all I
Yes.
see every time I was watching,
Oh
was
yeah, yeah, yeah,
watching
yeah,
this.
yeah. With that
And then
mustache.
with that mustache. But then I was
Yeah.
also pissed about the trope of like the black people dying, and then no one fucking cares about it at the end. They're just like, oh, okay,
We
well,
made it. We made it all through. Like, I guess we'll go to class on
exactly.
Monday. Like, no, school's canceled. The science teacher's dead.
Yes, hello.
And still in the school. He's dead in the
Yes.
school.
Yes.
And no one is doing it, and no one else talks about it ever again afterwards. And I'm
Nope.
just like,
It's
okay,
super
y'all,
weird.
this is so fucking weird.
Mhm.
But back to the main character, which is also
Yes.
was like, main character, what are you doing? Like, you're not explaining things well. You're not telling people what's going on. You're not putting two and two together fast enough for you to be how old you are, because
Mhm.
you're like at what,
Mhm.
you're out of school, you know. He has to be what, in his like early 20s or something, because his other friend was like, yeah, at 23 I'm the you know, manager of this, and at 25 I'll be the owner of the company. So I'm assuming they're like in that age range. So I'm like, get him out of the way. I need him to just like disappear, have someone else do it. I would rather the mom, which I thought that scene was pretty badass of her, like destroying all the gremlins in her kitchen. I'm like, get her on the task. She is actually like doing something. And I did appreciate at least like the mom having some type of fight back in that, because usually that's not the case with these kinds of movies, especially if the mom is just like a quote unquote homemaker. But yeah,
they also gave him they also gave him the name Billy, which is like little kid, like adjacent. And he definitely takes out after his like fucking bumbling father.
Oh my god, that's really. I'll wait till it's my turn.
And I hate it.
No, jump in here.
Please say it.
I just, he's a terrible character. If I were her, I would have left that dude like day one. What do you mean that all of your like weird, shitty inventions that don't work are all over this house? Like, who's earning money in this house? Like, how do they own this home? And like, what exactly is he trying to do? Like, why is he in Chinatown peddling his broken shit? Like, what is his job? Like, it's just very confusing to me. Like, okay, you're an inventor, but literally there's no Shark Tank. None of your inventions have worked out. Who's funding these things? Where is the money coming from? I don't.
Where?
These are all great questions.
They are great questions. But then I want to go back to, why are you in Chinatown? Because I feel like that also adds to the underlining racism of it all. Because what do you feel like these people need? What you have to offer? They don't. And then you stole something from them and then fucked up your own society, like your own town with it, you know?
Yeah. It's I don't get it. I just don't get it.
I hate it. Yes.
I hate it.
All the male characters in this whole,
but Billy sucks.
Throw them away. But Billy, especially.
That's another one of my gripes. You said it. The like miscommunication where you could solve something easily if you just fucking said something to somebody else.
Just open up your mouth.
Like, I hate that. I hate it. It's lazy. I'm over it.
So
like,
lazy.
Let's do something different, please, because I'm tired of this. Because this is not how human beings are responding in situations. It's just not.
No.
So, like, we got to figure out something else. Like, let's.
Yes.
Like, how are people communicating? Because they're certainly not just avoiding all conversations with one another forever.
Yes.
And it took so long for him to even pull out Gizmo to like explain to the police what was happening and be like, I know what's going on because here is this creature that no one knows what this is. So obviously I'm telling you the truth because you're seeing like a creature that you didn't even know existed. And I'm telling you, there's other ones that are worse running around everywhere. But it took so long for him to even like give out an example that he had in his backpack. He's just trying to like tell them and hope that everything works out. It's stupid. It makes me so annoyed.
Mad. Yeah.
But speaking of the Gremlins, I always love like the movie theater scene. I love how they all have different personalities, which also is just like, God, the work that it took to do all those different kinds of like, you know, puppets, or make it seem, even if it was like replicating or CGIing whatever, millions of gremlins, like there's still a bunch of different ones that they had to make, you know? And I just thought that it looked so cool, the whole movie theater scene, and they have their own thing and they have their own personalities and, you know, all this stuff. Yeah, I think that is it. It was just this. I don't think I've seen this movie like once before, but I feel like I've seen Gremlins 2 more than I've seen the first one.
Oh, interesting.
Because I feel like that one was the one that was playing on TV more. Was the second one on cable TV. So I think I have more nostalgia for the second one. But this one is still like a fun, enjoyable watch, mostly just for Gizmo and just the puppetry in general.
Yeah.
Makes it iconic, but everything else about it is just like, I don't know what's going on. This is insane. People are not communicating or talking. But there was one article that I was reading that, and I want to ask you guys this, how you feel about it. With all the, one article was saying that this movie is being intentional about like the whole Chinatown thing and like calling it out, because then you have that other character that has PTSD from the military and he's being like outright racist. And so the article was saying that like this movie knows what it's doing but may not be giving a lot of evidence so that people kind of realize it. So do you think it is just like something of the time, and or do you feel like they were being kind of a little bit more intentional about some of the, and I mean definitely the consumerism stuff of it all, and you know, but as a whole, do you feel like everything that was happening was kind of intentional or not?
Knowing that Chris Columbus wrote this, I would think that there is some intentionality behind it. And if that's the intent, fine, but the execution does not present that at all. So therefore it doesn't fucking matter what the intent was, because it just still presents as racist.
Yeah, it doesn't come across. Yeah.
Not at all.
No.
Yeah, yeah. Do you agree, Jamie? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just racist.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. Jamie, your thoughts?
I mean, I don't really have that much more to add. I think I saw this movie like recently for the first time, and I couldn't even remember that I had finished it, but like I must have. So very memorable. And yeah, it's just like this movie tonally is like buck wild, but I think also that's not really what the point of it is. So I'm more willing to like let it go, to just be like, show me them cute puppets. And then like, oh no, the scary puppets. And then like, oh, look, Gizmo's so cute. But like, I think that's partially why like that monologue is so wild, because it's like, Brian brought it up like 3 times, and I was like, I have literally no idea what you're talking about, because I was so locked in to Gizmo and the Gremlins that like anything else could have been happening in that movie, and I was like, I don't care. Show me more cutie patooties. So I think if I actually watched this through a more critical lens, I'd be like, what the fuck is going on here? And maybe wouldn't enjoy it as much. But like, that's just not where I was at when I was watching this. I was just like, let's have a good time. Let's hang out with these like plushies and that's it.
Plushies.
These
I mean, they're so
Furbys.
cute. And yeah, like I didn't, that's why like the is like when my brain's trying to be like, Jamie, and it's like, no, I just want to pet them. But yeah, also like this movie is racist and uncomfortable, and like people are just like getting killed and attacked and like in horrifying ways. It's like, oh no, you're like trying to kill people. Like, like that is what's happening, and that's just, yeah, it's wild. But it's also funny. Like, I don't know if I would have conceptualized this as a horror movie, a horror comedy. Like, to me, this doesn't scream horror.
I agree.
Regardless of the fact that like they are attacking people. But again, I guess the movie has such inconsistent tones that like, sure, you could call it a horror movie. So like, why not?
Yeah. And I'm glad you brought that up, because I absolutely thought about that in watching it the other day, and even it being described as comedy horror. I wasn't expecting that from Wikipedia to say that it was a horror at all. Because even when I was younger and watching it, never was like, yeah, the horror movie Gremlins. It's just like Gremlins just kind of was just something that kind of stood on its own, and comedy, but it was just like, it's just Gremlins. It's not in a category really. But like you said, it could, because of the wild nature of it, you could just say it's whatever, and people be like, fine. Yeah,
but
that's interesting.
Yeah, that's really. I don't think I have any other like thoughts about this movie because again, I wasn't using my brain to watch this movie. This was very much like a turn off my brain experience and just like let it ride.
Let it ride, let it rock. Amazing. Any last thoughts around the table before we move on?
I don't think so.
Are there any quotes that you have for this, Brian? Because I feel like this is
very quotable.
Probably, but I can't.
What if I just did the whole monologue right now?
That would be pretty wacky. Don't do that.
The only one I wrote down was, "What are you, Hindu?" Because I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah. The only one that sticks out in my brain, and I'm paraphrasing, but it's just because it's right before the monologue where she's just like, you know, some people are opening up presents and other people are opening up their wrists. And I was like,
yes. Oh, yeah. That was why I wrote like the references to like death by suicide. Cause I was like, whoa, that came out of left field. What the hell? Like totally I was like, Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah. That was
very
that
weird.
Was intense. And in an article I was reading, it was pointing out that even happened before all of like the other gremlins hatched. So you're not even like knee deep in the crazy of it.
No, so she's just like saying that. And it's like, excuse me?
Yeah. It's nuts. Okay, great. Let's move on to our next segment. Brains.
Tasty.
Tasty. At first I thought you were like singing it like Gizmo. I'm like, yeah, rock on. Great. Okay, so this movie deals with, you know, capitalism, consumerism. I gotta have it. I have the money. I'm taking it from you, even if you're like, you know, even if that means
from you.
Yes, even if it means stealing from, you know, other cultures. So in regards to consumerism, how can we find ways to mentally overcome all of the deliberate and maybe sometimes subliminal messaging that makes us feel like we need things that we don't? And I talked about this before the podcast, but I keep thinking about those damn Starbucks bear cups, because why were people going crazy over them? It's a cup.
Nobody knows. I don't get it. Yeah. Do we need all of these things? No. That's it.
Got it.
Good answer.
I mean,
good
yes,
answer.
good answer.
I also think that like, you know, the way like consumerism has definitely evolved over time. And I feel like right now we're in this phase where like social media plays such a big part in it. Like, you know, TikTok has like the TikTok shop, and like now not only that, but like just regular people are like posting things that they've like bought, and then they get commissions through the TikTok shop if you like buy it too. And so then it's like, or I think just how social media in general really presents the like FOMO of it all. And so if somebody is like, oh my God, I have this thing, then you're like, oh my God, do I need this thing too? And then that starts to like, you know, like fuel this underlying need that like I need to have these things for one reason or another, because I don't want to, you know, be left out, because I, you know, this is like a status thing, because like there's so many different things. But I think then I started to see a lot of content that was like anti-consumerism, of like, you know, keep things until they like don't really work anymore, or like you don't need this like new flashy thing, especially if you already have like you don't need the newest, you know, Stanley water bottle when you have like a perfectly good simple modern water bottle, which is what I used to have until it broke. And then I got Owala. So maybe that's a bad example. But I do really like this water. It is a good brand.
It's a good one, yeah.
But yeah, I think it's like, I think there are ways that you can slow down and evaluate, like, do I actually need this thing? What is this trying to serve? Is this like a dopamine purchase where it's like, ooh, like this gives me so much pleasure right now. And then maybe it's like, okay, well, maybe I should evaluate, like, why do I feel like I need to derive pleasure from like buying these things? And are there other ways that I can derive pleasure that like are not, you know, putting me in credit card debt?
That's a great point. And I'm so glad you brought up like the dopamine hit of it all, because that is absolutely real. I also feel that especially, you know, with our times right now, and even like us as millennials being like, let me like buy something that was maybe like from my childhood or from a certain part of a certain year that like makes me feel alive again or feel that kind of childlike joy again. So it is hard to kind of manage that. And like you said, not be in credit card debt, because who has time for that either? No,
but yeah, I think it requires a lot more like mindfulness around like different, you know, purchasing practices. Something that I was doing for a bit was like making a note of stuff that I wanted, and then like if I still am thinking about it and want it the next month, then like it's okay to buy it. Like trying to prevent like impulse shopping and like really evaluating like how much do I want this thing. There's another one that I saw where it was like, if you give like the value of $1 to a specific thing that you want, let's say it's like tacos, and let's say tacos cost like $5. If you want to spend like, you know, $20 on something on the TikTok shop, it's like, okay, that's like 4 things of tacos. Is it worth 4 things of tacos? Or if it's not, and I could have the tacos, then like maybe I won't buy this thing. So it's like whatever thing that you really want, equate that to like a dollar value. And then every time you're like thinking about buying something, it's like, do I really want to buy this thing? Because it's also worth like, you know, $20 in sushi that I could get. And it's like, is it really, do I want to not have the $20 of sushi? So I find that helpful too. And like checking myself of like, I don't really need this thing, and I definitely don't want it more than this other thing that I really want.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Also, your sushi is only $20. Mine is too expensive.
More. Yeah, unfortunately.
Everything costs so much.
Everything is expensive, which is another reason why maybe we shouldn't spend so much money, because everything is expensive now. And I think like that's another piece. It's like evaluating like, do I have the luxury of being able to like, you know, spend money on these things? Subscriptions, for one example, it's like subscription prices for everything keeps going up. And so like, are you like checking in with that, or are you just kind of like allowing those subscriptions to like renew automatically? And then you're like, why do I have less money? And it's because, you know, that money is still going into that. Do you need all of those subscriptions? You know, are there things that like, you know, you don't necessarily need, or can you like pick 1 or 2 and then like eliminate the rest kind of thing? Like, I feel like it's a lot of just like evaluating and deciding like, which thing do I want, or which thing like works better for me, versus just like giving in to the pressure of like, I need this and I need to get it now.
Right. That's great. Great way to put it. And especially helpful for this holiday season. You don't need it, guys. It's okay.
Yeah, I have unfortunately spent too much money. So be better than me. I am a bad example.
Obsessed. Like I said, I've been buying nostalgia stuff. But that Spice World DVD, it was worth it was worth 100 tacos. Okay,
I love that. I love that for you.
So good. And still the worst movie ever. Like, it makes no sense, but it makes me so happy.
Calm down.
But it makes me happy. I love it.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Great. And then my last question is, because we're still tying into the holiday season, how can we navigate grief during the holidays so that we're able to make room for any joy that might be available to us as well?
Yeah. I mean, I think that grief is, for one, grief doesn't have like a timeline. Like it doesn't, like, there is no like point where it's like, okay, it's been X amount of time and now I feel amazing all the time. Like that's just not realistic, even if we want that to be true. And grief tends to resurface during, not resurface, but rather we feel it more intensely and more present during the holidays, during anniversaries, during birthdays. And so I think that like being aware, like being proactive around like, I know that these times of the year are going to bring up more feelings for me. And so that way we're like not caught off guard by them. I also think like consider other ways that you can honor people who have passed. And like, you know, I think it's like the nostalgia of like, I remember, you know, these memories and experiences that I had before. But also like, you know, they're not here anymore. And like, how do I continue to like be true to myself and how I'm living my life while also like thinking about these people who were so impactful, especially during like these holidays or these situations.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's great. Awesome. Well, should we rotten tomatin this?
Yeah,
Rotten
let's
tomatin.
get some tomatin for this rot. Nope. Okay. Let's
It's the Rotten Tomatoes game.
let's do it. Okay. What do you think this has on Rotten Tomatoes? Jamie, let's start with you.
A 78.
Ooh,
Nikisha?
does that feel high or low?
And now I'm like, was it too high? Maybe mistake.
I know. But because I feel like now it's a cult classic. Well, I'm going to go higher. I'm going to say 77. You didn't say that. Did you? No. Okay.
No. It is 86.
Wow.
And the popcorn meter is 78.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All
The
right.
critics' consensus says whether you choose to see it as a statement on consumer culture or simply a special effects heavy popcorn flick, Gremlins is a minor classic.
A minor classic. I've never heard that pairing of words before.
I mean, I kind of like that. It's because it's it's like it's more than cult status, but it's not like one of the big ones. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's because they're so small?
I think it's because they're small. They're gremlins. They're small. Yeah.
No, I literally was thinking of like, well, yeah, it's not like a big classic that you would watch for Christmas or whatever the case may be, but no, it's because they're
so
small.
tiny.
All right.
Yeah.
2 and 2.
Duh.
Let me not be a Billy. God. Figure it out.
Okay, now what do you think this has on Letterbox 0 to 5 with decimal points? Nikisha, we'll start with you.
I'm gonna say 3.2.
That's what I was going to say.
Ooh.
I'll say 3.1.
3.6.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of nostalgia for this.
For
Sure.
sure.
That was surprising
All right.
to me.
Me too, actually. Most popular reviews at number 3. All Gizmo ever wanted to do was chill out and watch movies. Gizmo spends basically all of his time in Gremlins being so captured in what was on screen during the various movies he decided to watch. So in a way, everyone on this site is Gizmo. I'd wager a good deal of us react the same way to Sunlight as well, and that makes Gizmo the most relatable movie character of all time for cinephiles. We are all Gizmo.
I like it. Hashtag we're all
That's a good-
Gizmo.
That was
That's
great.
a good one.
Yeah, we are Gizmo.
Yeah.
At number 2, why is it that when people talk about strong female characters in movies, they never mention Billy's mom fucking executing 3 gremlins within seconds of finding them?
That's what I'm
Hell
saying.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Give this woman a medal.
Yes. And the number one most liked review is, every time Gizmo did literally anything, I got super emotionally invested. I squealed with delight whenever he was hungry. I shouted, no, 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 every time he was scared or in pain. I would fucking die for Gizmo. You have no idea.
This movie is Gizmo. You
Oh,
come for
Gizmo.
Gizmo.
You come for Gizmo. Yes.
Love it.
Yeah, cool.
Great.
Yeah, should we do the 4 S's?
Yes.
Skull, scare, shakes, and suggestions. The Talking Horrors 4 S's.
The 4 S's are skull, scare, shakes, and suggestions. How well does this handle mental health? That's skulls. How well does this handle, and human behavior? How well does this handle? Is it scary 1 through 10? That's scares, and then shakes is this a one and done? Would you watch this again? Like, what's your kind of overall feeling on this? And then we'll do suggestions. Jamie, why don't you start us off?
Sure. For skulls, I'm giving this a 4. I don't think people are being reasonable
Not at all.
in any way. For scares, I'm giving it a 1 because I don't really think it's scary. But for me, puppets, the scary puppets are creepy. And for shakes, I'm giving this a 4.5 because, like, again, I have no nostalgia for it, and it's fine. And I think I'm good now.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay.
Nikisha?
Mine are similar. 4 for skulls, 1 for scares, and I'll give it a flat 5 for shakes. For Gizmo.
Gizmo.
I'm also gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 1 as well. But I'm gonna give this a 6.
Okay.
I've seen it multiple times. I would watch it again, not like in any time in the near future. But yeah, I'll give it a 6.
It.
Cool.
Yeah. Suggestions?
You did it. Oh yeah, suggestions. Right,
I was like, I think you forgot.
I did. Nikisha, do you want to start with suggestions?
I mean, I'd say watch Gremlins too, mostly because I have nostalgia for that one over
the
rest of them. And like right after the first one, I was like, where can I find the second one? I want to watch it. But again, I'll restate Christmas movie favorites, Violent Night, if you want horror Christmas, and Black Christmas. I really enjoyed the OG one. That's it.
Jamie?
I just picked another like Spielberg movie that feels similar. Poltergeist, that movie scared me. Made me a big baby.
You really produced some bangers around this time. Prime. For this one, I mean, listen, I'm just gonna go with my nostalgic horror movie from the 80s, which is Monster Squad. The makeup, the effects are good, and it's a fun time, and they actually communicate with each other. They're in a squad.
I will just never forget Jamie and I watching Monster Squad for the first time and us doing a podcast on it and just ripping it to shreds.
Yeah, and then but the good thing is that's one of our worst performing episodes. So
oh no,
poor
somehow,
Ryan.
Yeah, everyone's like, whatever. Anyway, yes, watch the Monster Squad. It's a delight.
But like, totally would get it if I had nostalgia for it. I would too.
Sure.
Be like, this is.
If you watched it as a kid. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's the
There's
Goonies.
So many things that have had that impact.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.
And we all have our movies like that. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Totally.
Great. Well, that wraps up our episode of Gremlins, our Christmas episode. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hopefully you're having a fun and safe holiday and protecting your peace. You can find us on the socials, Instagram, TikTok, at Talk Horror Pod. And producer Brian, where can they listen to us?
You can listen to us wherever you find podcasts. So that's stuff like YouTube. Hi, YouTube. That's things like Spotify. Hello, Spotifodians. And then also Apple Podcasts. Rate and review us there. 5 stars, please.
And thank you.
Thank you.
All right, give us that monologue, Brian.
The worst thing
No.
that ever happened to me was on Christmas. Oh God, it was so horrible. It was Christmas Eve. I was 9 years old. Me and my mom were decorating the tree, waiting for Dad to come home from work. A couple hours went by. Dad wasn't home, so Mom called the office. No answer. Christmas Day came and went, and still nothing. So the police began a search. 4 or 5 days went by. Neither one of us could eat or sleep. Everything was falling apart. It was snowing outside. The house was freezing, so I went to try to light up the fire. That's when I noticed the smell. The firemen came and broke through the chimney top, and me and Mom were expecting them to pull out like a dead cat or a bird. And instead, they pulled out my father. He was dressed in a Santa Claus suit. He'd been climbing down the chimney, arms loaded with presents. He was going to surprise us. He slipped and broke his neck. He died instantly. And that's how I found out there was no Santa Claus. Like, you can't tell me that
that's this as a horror comedy as I fall out of my chair. As a comedy monologue.
Yeah, because the last line, and that's how I found out there was no Santa Claus, which is not what you were expecting and subverts the entire story, is fucking funny.
That's like the of the
yeah, totally. This actually feels like a play monologue.
I agree. Upon hearing you recite it, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Here's a great quote from the movie. Like, actually a good quote.
Yes.
You say you hate Washington's birthday or Thanksgiving and nobody cares. You say you hate Christmas and people treat you like you're a leper.
Oh, yes. That
was good, yeah.
Yes. Amazing. Yeah. Well, thanks for listening, guys, and Merry Christmas again. We'll see you soon.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.